You're Samoan.
I'm not Samoan.
You are Samoan.
No, he's not
I'm
Samoan.
not Samoan.
My
name is Sasso.
Yeah, Sasso.
No, it's not.
Sasso is one of the most common Samoan names.
Some podcasts are slow,
Samoan.
and you don't know how long they last. That's why you're listening to 10-Minute Podcast.
Hey, welcome to the 10-Minute Podcast. My name is Will Sasso.
I'm Chris D'Elia.
You're Samoan.
No, I think he's Italian.
No, Sasso.
Brian-
Sasso. You're.
and that's Bryan Callen.
Yeah. Who cares? You're Samoan.
No, how is
Yeah,
he
you
Samoan?
are. Sasso.
It's
Look at the
Italian.
size of you.
Listen,
You're
Brian-
a giant.
Yeah, I'm a big guy.
You're a giant.
But Brian,
I'm a big dude. I'm 6'3",
just-
and I'm built like a football player.
Yeah.
I'm barrel chested.
You're Samoan.
I could tear you in half.
Ergo,
cabbage.
I'm normal. You're a Samoan. You're an
I
albino
think I'm
Samoan.
exomorphic, endomorphic.
I don't know what the fuck you are.
I
But
put
you're
on weight kind of fast.
Oh boy.
Listen, this is getting dark. But what
That's
you
called compulsivitere.
listen?
You speak Latin?
No,
Yes, I
listen.
do.
Just because you say his name in a certain way doesn't make him that.
Yeah,
you know,
check
like
it out.
Sasso, that
Oh,
Make me Japanese.
will Sasso.
See, there you go.
Will Sasso.
There,
Okay.
I'm Japanese.
He's Japanese now.
But he's
hey.
also it's Sasso.
All right, enough of that. Welcome to the 10-Minute Podcast. It's only 10 minutes. We won't take up a whole lot of your time. This is the second episode, and it's been going really well. We've had a lot of great responses.
Huge response.
And, the Twitterverse is blowing up. You can follow us on Twitter at 10minpod.
Yep.
And we
It
thought...
sounds way worse than it does reading it.
But if you want to break away, Bryan Callen.
Yeah, don't.
Okay, listen, if...
What?
10min pod actually saying it, I sound like a fucking asshole. Don't say it anymore. Just
say check us out on Twitter.
Check us out on the Twitter.
You can find us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not at, hey, check us out on at 10min pod. Like we're fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Don't ever say that again.
Thanks, Will.
Hey, thanks for the great name, Will.
Thanks for ruining everything.
Yeah.
Will.
So, I thought it would be cool today if we actually read some of these tweets that we've been getting, asking about the show, asking about us. And, so would you like to do that?
Yeah.
Guys, I got some printed out. Brian, why don't you read this?
Yeah, take your time, Will. We have
Let's say who it's
whole
from.
Minutes. Wow. From at Stoogie Jake for life. And it's at Will Sasso. You are Curly in the Three Stooges movie. Who gives a fuck?
No, just read it the way the guy...
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's gonna be a real blockbuster. No. I mean, you know that show that was that show that did all right in the 30s. Was it an honor stepping into their legendary shoes? Well, nerd.
Wait, that's
his question.
Sorry,
Right.
I'll answer it. Who gives a fuck?
All right, you know what? I'm not even going to justify.
No. I'd love
Yes,
to
of
hear.
course.
That's a nice question. How was it?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, those guys they're icons.
They're legends.
Isn't that what you
Brian,
did the whole movie? Did you have a line
I
in
have
English?
to go. Yeah, look, I'm not. You know what? Forget it.
No, I'm
thanks
serious.
for your question,
That's
Suji
unfair
Jake.
of me.
That's a good one.
We had a great time filming the movie and beating the snot out of each other and laughing every day. And we hope everybody loves it and check it out. And you know what? I'm just going to let everybody go and check out the movie and judge it for themselves. Okay. And we do hope you forget it. Okay, here's a question for Chris.
Yeah, I should have been in it.
Playing what?
No, there's a part in there that you haven't fucking made a call for me. Apparently, they need a really, really good-looking guy in the end.
That's for a bit. When you see the end of this movie, you'll see how wrong you are for this part because they're shooting it. Yeah, they are shooting an extra thing. This is for Chris from at Kathy Hart's Dennis 78 at Chris D'Elia. My husband and I love you on #Whitney. Our wedding bells in the future for Whit and Alex. Great job on the Tonight Show, by the way. Wink. He was on the Tonight Show. Chris
Was he?
Wow. You did great. Your boy did
I've
great.
never been on the Tonight Show. I've said no to that show 15 times.
I'll
answer the question.
No,
hey,
I'm
honey,
going to answer the question,
why don't you read a
Brian.
fucking book?
Listen,
read a
Brian,
book. Sorry,
listen.
What? All right.
I don't know. Actually, every episode we either get closer to getting married
it's different. The plot is so structured.
or we might not get married. We get closer and further
no way.
away.
That's amazing.
Hey, Brian, you're being a real dick.
I'm
really
not.
being a dick.
Do you
You're being
read
a real
Us
dick.
magazine as well? Or I'd rather run my fucking face over a cheese grater than listen to this horse shit. Oh my God! What the fuck is going on? Anyway, tell me more about Whitey or Whitey.
Let me read one. Let me read one.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is from at Jordy_Cressman.
Good.
Oh, this one's for Brian.
Oh, awesome.
At Bryan Callen, when are you making another Corky Romano movie?
That's.
What? When are you making another Corky Romano movie?
Is that what it says?
When's another?
That's
You were in that movie?
No.
What did you play? You played the guy who was dancing around?
I wasn't in that movie.
Well, yeah, you were the guy. The guy.
No, I wasn't.
Or
I wasn't
Chaco
in.
Or Pango.
I wasn't in Corky
Pango,
Romano.
right? Pango.
Were you Pango?
The answer is
dance?
I was not in that. I would never do a movie like that. It's a stupid movie.
But you would do.
I'm friends with Ray
first of
Romano.
all,
I'm not going to do.
I went to the Blockbuster movie rental place,
Yeah.
and I saw a movie you did on the shelf called something like. What's that big ass long title? 40-Year Virgin is a dumb shit.
Don't
Menace
be a
in
menace
Society.
to South Central.
What was that movie?
It was the
You were the lead.
41-year-old version that knocked up Sarah Marshall and
And
felt super bad about it. It was a Malcolm. It didn't work that well as a movie, but I did it.
Right.
And I am proud of everything I've ever done because, frankly, there are some very funny parts in it.
And now, what is the deal with? Was that the sequel to Corky Romano?
I wasn't in Corky
wasn't the one.
Romano.
Okay.
You're being obnoxious.
No, I'm not. This is Geordie.
Okay, well,
Cressman,
she's
I guess.
wrong,
Is
and
a
so
fan.
let's
I
move
think it's
on.
a
Are there
guy.
any more questions?
Yeah, Brian, read this one.
All right. From at Badass Philip 187. Hey, great handle. At Crystalia, I love your stand-up. It's a little obvious. You're obviously young. So funny. Does at Bryan Callen actually think he's funny? Hashtag epic comedy fail. Yeah. See.
Well, everyone. I mean, look,
That's
the internet is a
fucking-
breeding ground of
Yeah, well,
let's skip past that.
Have you
Let's
seen?
skip past
Hold
that.
on. Have you seen my stand-up, Badass?
Well,
Philip
he hasn't seen your
187?
stand-up because you haven't ever done any specials. But I've
Yes,
done.
I have. I
I've done
just
a
shot a
special.
1-hour special.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
When did it air?
It's about to air in March.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh,
I
you're
got some
being
movies coming out too, I guess.
condescending. That's
What's it
so
called?
con-
Is it called Man Quest, like your movie you pitched in the last episode?
It's called Man Class.
Man Class?
And how many people are in your stand-up special?
How many?
Yes, who's in that?
It's me.
And you're
asshole.
playing who?
I happen to
Stand-up
have used
comedy,
a very
Chris.
good friend of mine, Jeremy Piven.
And you're playing. Oh, you're
And-
playing with Jeremy Piven on this
No,
special.
I used him in.
It's like the
bit.
Vince Vaughn Wild West thing?
I'm
No.
sorry, I'm confused. Hold on 1 second. So you're playing who? In
I'm
the
playing
special?
me doing stand-up, Chris. You know exactly what I did. I did an hour. You're trying to make me look stupid on the 1 hour.
No, I'm not trying to-
10-minute podcast.
No.
And I'll have you know,
Just read
Badass Philip.
the-
Anyway, all right.
Read the next
I happen
question.
to think I disagree with Badass Philip 187. I think that Brian is kind of funny. So here's another one.
Kind of. Oh my God.
From at 38 DD Cup, double D Cup, Christine.
Oh,
okay, this is
Jesus.
for at Will Sasso.
Oh.
What can you tell us about the sitcom you're writing at Fox? Are you in it? You are so sexy? Who is Bryan Callen?
Well, the
What the
sitcom
fuck? That's what
it says at
is,
the end.
I'm writing it with my good pal Chad Kulchin. We're actually about to find out if we even are greenlit to shoot as a pilot.
Chad's really.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Are these real
Chad should
questions?
do stand up. You should use
Chad's a
Chad
funny
in,
guy.
in your
You
next.
should open for Chad. He could read some of his books.
I'm a
and stuff.
headliner. Why
No,
would I
no,
open
anyway,
with Chad?
No, I'm not going to be in it. I'm just writing in it. I'm what you call a multi hyphenate in the business. I do a few different things.
Are you a scribe?
Do
you write- do you write with quills,
A
too?
scribe is Latin for multi hyphenate.
Yeah, you can.
Right.
Yeah.
You're going to write a
Scribe is-
22-minute sitcom. What's it
Let's
about,
just-
Will? Two guys on a couch?
It's about me punching you in the face.
Oh,
All right,
it is,
forget
right?
Forget it. No, it's about two brothers.
Where's all the furniture? I sold
This
it.
is
for-
from
we're broke.
Suck Trevor's Ginger Balls.
Who's that one for?
For Brian. At
Well,
Bryan Callen.
I'm not on Twitter.
I'm 14 years old
Okay.
and 108 pounds. Pretty sure I could kick your fucking ass.
Are you making these up?
Nope. You suck on the podcast, bitch. LOL loser. Fuck you, cock. Fuck. LOL.
Let me see that one.
That's it. You're obviously making that up.
Oh
We've
my
only
God,
done
dude,
two.
that's hilarious. It
We
really
haven't
does
even hit
that.
the air yet. We haven't hit the air yet, so I'm being sabotaged.
Well, the people love the
We've
The
done
first
one
one.
podcast that hasn't
Yeah,
hit
but
the
the
fucking air.
Twitterverse.
This is after the first
This is
one.
the second podcast.
Okay, but how did he know that I suck on the podcast? Has he heard me?
Brian Callen, I'm 14
Oh.
years old and 108 pounds. Pretty sure I could kick your fucking ass. You suck on the podcast,
You guys
bitch.
are fucking.
LOL
You
loser.
guys
Fuck
wrote
you,
these
cock, fuck,
podcasts.
LOL.
It's not funny.
No, this is
You're making me look like
Trevor's
assholes.
Ginger Ball.
And I'll tell you something now. I won't take any more of this shit. I promise you. I promise you. I'll fight back.
Please don't.
I had a tough upbringing,
If you
and I
sing-
learned to hate to lose.
Don't sing over all of these every episode.
I'll be
I've
really
got
angry.
music inside me, and nobody can clip my wings or cut my
It's so
vocal
generic, dude. Give me a break.
I'm
Say
gonna
something about
stand
fire
up,
and ice. Say something about fire and ice.
Stand up and believe.
Mountain. Mention
in the
leaving
mountain
that
I'm
little
gonna
town.
climb.
The
I'll
town
brave
you're gonna leave.
fire
You're gonna leave a
and I'll
little
brave
town.
ice.
There's no music anymore. You You don't need to sing anymore.
I was just having it.
That's really great. Hey, look, if you enjoyed the show, please share with your friends on the web and subscribe to us on iTunes. How awesome would I be in a Western as like the bad guy in a Western? Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be in a bonnet on a cow.
No, I would not be in a bonnet.
You'd ride a cow.
I'd have a 6-shooter. I'd sneak up behind people and grab them by their scruffy beard hair and shoot them in the head.
You're too big for a horse.
I'm not too big for a horse. They have Clydesdales.
Well, you're not even
Some podcasts are slow, and you don't know how long they last. That's why you're listening to 10-Minute Podcast.
Welcome to the motherfucking 10-Minute Podcast. My name is Will Sasso.
This is Bryan the Kid Callen.
I'm Chris D'Elia, the demigod. So
what? Don't say the demigod.
Why?
That's not your nickname,
Look,
dude.
just because I said motherfucker at the top doesn't mean you need to be cool.
Oh, I'm not. Wait, what? I'm not trying to be
called
cool.
yourself a demigod.
Yeah,
That's
man.
so arrogant.
The demigod?
I didn't call myself that. I didn't call myself
Who's
that. I mean, I
calling
just
you
did,
that?
yeah.
You just did, though. Brian, we're going to have a chat with you about making silly noises for no fucking reason.
No, because that's not silly noise. When I fight now, I wanted to tell you this. When I wind up, if I'm kicking and punching, I go, and then you hear that.
Hey, Brian, don't.
Could you straighten your mic out?
So when you're fighting me, you go, hey, what's up? And I'm like, hey, here's my left.
Okay, don't.
And then I kick you.
Oh, fucking just.
Those levels are terrible. So, but listen though, if I'm
fucking stop.
Let me ask you, when you're doing that,
Yeah.
and I'm floating around because I'm a demigod,
No.
and you can't hit me because I'm faster than
I said
shit.
motherfucker. You're faster than shit.
I'm faster than shit.
Flying out of a rhino's ass, or what do you mean shit? Like
No,
shit
just-
falling from a bird?
Like not really
Shit through
actual
a goose.
shit. I'm just saying
It's just fast as shit.
yeah. So you can't hit me.
I love those. I love sayings like that. Like, I'm faster than shit through a goose. I'm about as happy as an itchy pig against a rough post.
I'm crazier than a shit house rat.
Yeah, all that weird stuff.
I'm in more trouble than a blind turkey on Thanksgiving Day.
I fuck more girls than Chris D'Elia.
Hey, Chris.
What?
You took it a weird way, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
Come on, man.
You keep self-celebrating.
No, I'm not self-celebrating though.
You
but
self-celebrate a lot.
How?
Because you called yourself a demigod, then you like said,
Thanks.
He's not complimenting me.
You just said I was a demigod.
I didn't. I said you called yourself a demigod.
Okay, so
Sounds weird.
Anyway, I wanted to have a serious conversation.
Oh,
I was
sure.
thinking about. I watched this thing on Paris Hilton and on Kim Kardashian, and then I was looking at my culture as a whole, and I thought to myself, we're a little obsessed with celebrity, and not all. I was on a cruise, I told you guys, and I had.
I love how stories from this cruise will be spread out over the next month and a half.
Well, whatever. But I had I noticed people
Not
were
relevant to the
very
story.
very excited that I was the guy from The Hangover. The point is, at least I've done something to be recognized. We live in a society with people who do nothing. They have a bone structure that cuts light well, and they make a porn, and they get they make $15-20 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was trying to think of what actually bothers me about that, and it has nothing to do with jealousy because I don't want to be those people. It has more to do with the fact that I think it's an indictment on a culture that celebrates nothing. Celebrates false gods, celebrates things that are shiny and have zero fucking substance.
You sound like you're about 10 seconds from joining Al Qaeda.
Well,
Yeah, you do. Are you making what do you call those videos?
Hello, what about this?
No, but you're right. What pisses me off about that is when you become make all the money, whatever, but don't say things like they matter.
Well, that's
After that.
Well, that's actually my father
That's
would
the
always say
worst.
when he'd see an actor pontificating about
Yeah.
politics. My father would
Yeah.
be like, "Listen, you got a set of genes
Right.
that make it possible for you to pretend well. It doesn't mean you should be pontificating and telling me which way to vote."
Right.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
I think.
I think it comes down to this. I think people become famous for a reason. Now, if you're an actor comedian like these guys here and me, maybe it's a big movie. If you're Zach Galifianakis, then it's The Hangover, right?
Yeah.
Like people love that
and
movie.
because he's funny and he
Yeah,
worked
well,
for.
but that aside, people love that movie. I'm just using it as an example. So what do? They make another one.
Right.
So I think if you're Kim Kardashian, you should be forced to suck Ray J's dick on the internet again, just to remind everybody how you
Right.
got to where you.
Is that how she got famous?
Yeah,
Well,
that's
yeah,
exactly
she was in
how
a
she
sex
got
tape.
famous.
I'm just saying, if that's what's up, if that's how you started out, because since we all like to hear the classics, like Kiss got back together, right? And everyone loves to hear.
What do they play?
They played Detroit Rock City, and
So she should have a revival tour.
Where she goes with Ray J and sucks his dick on the stage.
She should. No, I'm just saying they should. You guys ready? You guys ready? And Paul Stanley comes out. Hey, y'all ready to see Kim Kardashian suck some cock? But Paul Stanley sounds like an older black comedian.
I was gonna say, sounds a lot like a black comedian.
So, and then they would have opening acts, and they would have lesser known people.
But why? But here's my question: Did Kim Kardashian know that the tape she was making was going to be leaked on the internet?
Of course not. Well,
I don't know. I don't know.
I heard that, and this is just hearsay, but I heard that the mom tried to put it out there.
Oh my God,
that doesn't surprise me.
But that is
I don't know anything about the family.
That is a family that seems to celebrate. Then again, they've made a lot of money, and it's something to do, and they get to be fabulous. And I guess maybe
don't use that word.
Yeah, maybe that's what girls like that like.
And what's the dad's name? Bruce
Jenner.
Bruce Jenner. Is he? But he's. And what percent total is he on his way to becoming a Jaguar? I forget. Is it
by Jaguar?
60? Or?
You mean puppet Jaguar?
You mean
right?
because he has no nose? He had a nose job back in the 70s because he wanted to be a movie star after he won. You know why he's famous? He won the decathlon in the Olympics. Mm-hmm. And so he was the greatest athlete in the world. He's very, very good looking. And then he decided to get a little upturned nose. He decided, this isn't good enough. I'm going to get I want a little upturned nose. And that's going to make me famous. Mm-hmm. And it didn't seem to do that.
Well, same thing goes for him then. He should have to run in the Olympics again, and if he doesn't, he should get fucking shot out of a cannon or flung...
or just get another
But you're very
job.
random. You're kind of an emperor who's very random.
Yeah, a trebuchet. He should be shot from a trebuchet.
Trebuchet is like a catapult.
Yeah, it's a
catapult.
catapult.
Guess who didn't know that at this table? The yoker over here to my left who never reads
you're
anything.
really close up
Brian,
on the
let
mic.
me ask you a question. Let me tell you something. Next time you talk, can you put the microphone inside your mouth?
Brian,
because that would be really helpful.
Yeah, this is going to
you're popping
be a
your
lot
peas.
This will be a lot of fun to mix for whoever does that. Me. We should dump Bruce Jenner into a trebuchet, and we should cut the fucking rope. I want to be out there. I want to wear a top hat and a three-piece suit.
This is
and
very weird.
Are you going to cut the rope?
And I'm going to fucking rear back with a corsair or a pirate sword of some sort. I'm going to fucking come back through with all my might. I'm going to be pointing at him with one hand, cut my own hand off, cut through the rope.
Why would you cut your own hand
just
off?
to fucking show him. And then if he fucking survives, he gets another nose job.
What?
Because people have to do the same shit. Look, most people know me, even though I've been working since my early to mid-teens as an actor. Most people know me from Mad TV, where I started when I was just 22 years old. Just a fucking hairless puppy. Brian, you can come up on the mic a little bit, too.
So hold on, though.
Stop controlling where I fucking...
But people like that stuff. So if I ever pop out an impression or an impersonation or do some fun stuff that people go, oh, yeah, that's fun. So I can go back to that. That's my that's sort of my
home base.
Yeah. So Kim Kardashian needs to suck dick.
But trebuchet or whatever, fuck that. I don't want to know what it is. I don't give a shit. It doesn't
still on
matter.
that?
Who gives a fuck?
Trebuchet,
I don't know what a
word
fucking
for catapult.
trebuchet is. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't want to know, and that doesn't make me a dumb person. Okay?
Yeah, it does make you a dumb person.
No, it doesn't.
You're not a smart guy.
I'm a smart guy, and
you're autistic. You're a working autistic.
No, I'm not. But
that's fine. All due respect to autistic people.
No. So I am very artistic, though. I do a lot of painting. Hey, Brian, here's the deal.
Yeah.
You're making me mad the way you're talking into the mic.
Brian, okay,
guys,
I have to tell the audience what's happening.
What the fuck?
Brian started off the show with his hand in front of his mouth, talking off to one side. Then he fucking swallowed the mic like he was Kim Kardashian. Then he backed about 2 feet off of it, and
you guys are bullying me.
We're not bullying you.
You're fucking bullying my distance, my mic distance.
So Brian, sum up your point. What were you trying to say?
My point is, I think that human beings have a natural need to
get shot out of a trebuchet if they fuck around.
I think
Kim
that
Kardashian and Ray J should be in a 69 and shot out of a fucking
because
cannon.
they represent style over substance.
You want to know
substance first, style second.
You want to know Kim Kardashian's latest tweet?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hate spiders.
That's her latest tweet.
So here's the deal.
Brilliant.
15 million followers because she fucking sucked Ray J's dick, and now she says I hate spiders and everyone loves me.
Brilliant.
Hey, thanks for
That's
listening.
an indictment on our culture.
Sure.
Not on her.
Thanks for listening to the 10 Minute Podcast and for subscribing and listening on iTunes. We're on Stitcher Smart Radio. Check us out on Twitter at 10minpod. And hey, if you're going to buy something on Amazon, go through the link at 10minutepodcast.com. And
We'll make millions.
oh, you can also get some free other stuff. This is you. I believe it.
Don't say that.
I believe it.
I didn't say it that way.
I said something, then Brian said, I believe it.
I believe it. I believe it.
That me?
Some podcasts are slow, and you don't know how long they last. That's why you're listening to 10 Minute Podcast.
Welcome to the 10 Minute Podcast, brought to you by brought to you by Amazon.com. If you want to buy shit on Amazon, do it through our site, 10minutepodcast.com. We'll get a kickback. Also, Gamefly.com.
Gamefly!
Is a
right,
free 15-day trial.
Okay.
My name is Will Sasso.
I'm Bryan the Kid Callen, man.
And I'm Chris D'Elia.
And I'm Brian. I'm Will Sasso.
Okay, yeah. Don't.
I'm
You already
Chris-
said your name.
I'm Chris
No,
Callen.
no.
Hey, Will, you've got something on your face there. You got some milk.
No, it's a caterpillar.
It's a mustache. It's
Oh,
a
is that what
fucking
it is?
yeah. It's a big mustache.
Still got that?
Man, that's
It's been
good
too
looking.
long though.
Well,
No,
It's been too long.
it's
Yeah.
been about a month and a bit.
it's
yeah,
sexy in a
so-
pedophile kind of way. What'd you
No,
do
no,
today?
no.
Comb the fucking middle schools there? Well,
Yeah.
No, well, I guess they must be doing a remake of. They must be doing a theatrical version of Magnum PI because I got a big old brown push broom.
No, you got a big old bad piece of shit hair on your nose, man.
Hey, you know what? Doesn't matter what you guys think because the ladies love it.
the ladies love it. They love my mustache like when I put it
Stop
on
singing.
Ladies don't like the
Faces.
mustache.
What do you mean?
Ladies don't like mustaches.
Well, they do.
Ladies don't like. I'll tell you what ladies don't like. Ladies don't like those fucking ironic mustaches on hipsters and dudes like that.
Right.
Or it's usually accompanied with by some mustache
Right.
wax and a
And a
goofy ass
violin.
hat.
And a violin.
Yeah.
I have the least ironic mustache of all time.
You
I
have
mu-
you have a functional mustache.
look at my face right now.
No, it's got a good face for. It's good face for a
Okay, don't
mustache.
do that,
Don't
though.
do that face. But yeah.
I'm making a face, a very serious face. Do you remember, Chris, you're a little too young to remember this, but Brian, you're old as shit. So you remember when there used to be the old G.I. Joes in the 70s?
Yep.
No, Chris.
Oh.
You're Chris, you're
G.I. Joe, the
19.
cartoon.
Yeah, no. This is before the cartoon.
Cobra.
This is when G.I. Joe was about a foot tall. You remember those
sure.
those action figures?
Yeah.
In the 50s.
In the 50s. Brian, you're 62.
Cut it out, you guys.
And
Cut it
remember
out.
that guy?
Don't turn this into an ageist bit.
That's what my mustache looks like.
Like the G.I. Joe or like...
Yeah, I look like a rugged guy. I look like Burt Reynolds. I look like I have a mustache.
You look like G.I. Joe if they stuffed him full of dough
No.
and salt and
No.
water.
No.
And then they threw him in a rock polish machine.
No.
Yeah. So he'd be just this big round...
You throw me in one of
Dough.
those tumbly
Yeah.
rock polish machines?
Yeah, the things that
That
polish
would
rocks.
rip all the hair off my chest.
There you go. You're a big hairless dough goat.
I knew that was coming. Hey man, I can't believe how
And-
many people wrote Dough Goat
Well,
to us.
I'm a
yeah,
genius.
a lot of people
'cause I'm a
are
genius.
tweeting, calling us dough goats, and sending pictures of us as dough goats to at 10 minutes.
Here's the deal, too, man.
Yeah.
If on Twitter, I'm on Twitter. If somebody writes to me, "Hey, you're a fucking dough goat,"
Right.
I get it that they listen to the. I get that they listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
I get that they're trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get blocked.
No, dude,
No,
hold on,
Chris,
hold on.
don't
You
block
get blocked.
those.
No. Listen,
Chris,
here's the problem.
don't block
you
those
are
people.
a dough goat.
No, that's not the problem.
That's not the problem.
You are a.
No.
I swear to God, the only thing missing from you, and I'm not kidding, is fucking hooves and little horns.
Hey, man.
You look like a goat, dude.
No, I don't.
If you look like somebody shaved.
Anybody
a
would look
goat.
like a goat if
Yeah.
they had hooves and
Yes.
horns.
No, but he has got a goat face. Look at how his face comes to a point. If he ran into you, he would hurt you with his fucking point face.
no, listen to me, man.
I don't-
But you're
look
a
like
point
it.
face, and
I'm not a point face.
And worse, you're a dough goat. You're not in shape, so you look
I am
like a
in
fucking.
shape.
I lift.
You'd
I'm
be
in
the
great
first. You'd be the
shape.
first fucking goat that
Dude,
the mountain
I
lion or
lift
coyotes
weights.
ate.
I lift weights 3 days a week, and I do yoga 3 days a week, and I don't look like a fucking dough goat.
Hey, man.
And I wouldn't look like a fucking goat if you put horns and hooves on me because I got a mustache.
man.
What
Well,
fucking
he's not
goat has a
talking about you.
mustache?
He's not talking
a
about
goat
you.
would sooner fucking look like Burt Reynolds.
No.
Stop talking about Burt Reynolds, man.
Burt Reynolds.
Goats are not. Goats aren't as big as you are. So even doe goats have trouble. But you
I can
Brian
scale
is
him out.
let me just tell you something, man. Brian is literally wearing a fucking blazer from Marshall's, for real.
I am
But he
not.
looks like-
It's from All Saints. It costs a fortune. Not that I even
But
look at the price
look at the back of
tags.
his head. He's got flat back
I know.
head.
Hey,
Why
guys.
does your back of your head look like a fucking baby duck's ass? It's flipping out like you fucking took a nap in the car because you're
You look
homeless.
Didn't.
You look like you put your hair in a Flowbee but didn't turn on the thing
my
that cuts
hair's
your hair off.
No, my hair is just dry.
You
back
just basically
there.
sucked your hair off with a vacuum.
Your hair's just dry? You mean gone?
No.
Your hair's
You
gone.
look like
is what you meant.
look like you're starring in the new movie Homeless President.
You do, man. You
Dude.
put on
Where-
you threw on a blazer over some dirty jeans and some fucking Keds.
and they didn't quite shave
Hey,
his face.
man, I'm
they
not
gotta get
wearing
him.
Keds.
You wear Keds,
It's
bro.
like that movie.
fucking don't even
it's like
own
that movie.
Keds.
It's like that movie Dave with who did that movie? Was that
Kevin Kline.
Yeah, where he looks like the president.
Yeah.
This movie's called Homeless President,
Yeah.
where they get this homeless guy who has the same facial structure as the president.
Well,
Yeah,
but he
totally.
doesn't pull it off because he's like,
yeah. Well, that's
he's
a
like-
pretty
And in
healthy,
one scene- and
a
in-
pretty healthy, chiseled fucking.
Yeah, and in one scene you
homeless
fucking
president.
get drunk and you fuck a dude, and the crew's like, "What's happening?" Because it's in real life.
What?
Yeah,
No, I didn't.
yeah. The director's like, "Cut," and you're like, "Let me just do it more."
Do you want to hear a story that I read about today that's true? How about this? The president of Russia, Boris Yeltsin, this is in the 85, 86. He had such
Back during G.I. Joe.
a drinking problem that when he came to the United States to do a presidential tour, this is a Russian president, the Secret Service found him in D.C. on the street
Jesus,
in his underwear.
that's not true.
And that's a documented historical fact.
That's
That
probably
just came out 2 years ago.
decoy that they do because someone was going to try and kill him, and so they put through a decoy out on
this
him.
is
He
a
was
good
a terrible drunk.
It's a great
would
movie.
be-
That's a movie that
homeless
is,
Russian president.
Matt
So
Damon
he
is
was
in
a
it.
homeless president.
Matt Damon is in that movie.
No.
Yes, where he plays the president in a decoy and he goes on a thing and then he beats the guy up and then it's all over at the end.
I'm not a. Here's another reason I'm not a doe goat, and I really resent your statement about putting me in a rock tumbler. I'm the kind of goat that you bury and cook underground like at a Greek feast. Then I come out like really dark and the meat's all been sweated down.
Wait a minute. What do you mean?
I'm very dark and
That's
I'm
just
dark
makes
and hot.
no. It doesn't.
You're not dark. You're not
Yeah.
dark.
It
No,
also
I'm very
doesn't
dark.
even make any sense. It also doesn't matter any of that.
You look like pink dough.
No, I look
And
like
you
cooked.
look like
no,
a piece of dough that somebody dragged through a barber
my
shop
point
floor.
is this. No, I look like cooked meat. I look like steak.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
What
I
are
look
you
like
talking
steak.
about? Maybe
You
your
ever seen, like-
genitals. Your
you ever seen-
genitals do because of what you do to them.
You ever see those
Because the
pictures?
amount of like tying off you do.
I don't
and you do
tie
a lot
off.
of tie off.
I
when you
don't
go to
do
those
any
clubs,
tying off.
those
What
clubs we're not
clubs?
supposed to know about, and you do
Well,
all
no.
that dancing in that cage. you tie your genitals off.
No,
and
I look
you've
like
created
cooked-
permanent scarring.
Have you ever seen these pictures on the internet of the kids that like they dress up with meat, like they have meat strung
Yeah,
to them and they
Lady
look like
Gaga.
muscles?
Lady
yeah,
Gaga.
like Lady Gaga. That's what I look like.
I've never
that's
seen
a
that.
gross
If you
thing to look
fucking
at.
see me naked, like women that like see me naked, they go like, "Whoa, you look like Steak Man."
Yeah.
You're the one who has horizontal pupils, and you're the one that hangs out. And you're the one that hangs out in Cape Weed.
Non, c'est
Yeah,
c'est
you
parce
do.
que fais attention. C'est parce que
Hey,
je suis un
don't just talk-
homme chat, which means that's because I'm a man cat.
No, why did you say that in French?
Parce que je parle français couramment. Ouais, je
I'm a
suis-
bear heart.
You produce milk, butter, bro, with your fucking tits. You do with your
Butter?
tits.
Yellow
You
butter nipples?
produce cheese with your tits
Which
and
tit-
milk with your tits.
Which tit makes cheese and which tit makes butter?
They both do that depending on his mood.
so both will make
Guys,
milk.
that's just a fucking infection.
And you have
Look,
horizontal.
Let's stop it.
Ew. And you have horizontal pupils. You hang out in Cape Weed and you just chill out.
What do you mean Cape Weed?
I'd like to apologize to our audience for two things. Number one, the meandering nature of this podcast. Number two, the fact that Chris will block you on Twitter if you say something like you're in on the joke.
This is Brian hanging out in Cape Weed.
Hey man,
Chris is showing Brian a picture of a goat,
a domestic goat.
which we won't.
Domestic
we
goat
won't,
in Cape Weed.
We won't tweet it. Just Google goat.
Listen, can we just for
I'll
once
block you
talk
if you
about
call me a
something of
fucking something.
substance? Can we just for once talk about something of
I'll
substance?
block
It's
you.
over.
Oh, wow. Hey, don't put that in there, man.
Sorry, that was
that?
that was from something
For
else.
sure, man. Hey, absolutely. No karate
That
chops
was
at the end.
Yeah, but that was a
Made me mad.
that was a sound cue from something
No,
else.
don't do that.
It was literally If you're looking at my computer here, you'd see what just happened. There was a sound cue from something else.
It's terrible.
Thanks for listening to the 10-Minute Podcast. Thanks for downloading and subscribing on iTunes. If you enjoyed the show, please tell all your friends, and also rate and review us there. We're on Twitter at 10MinPod, Facebook /10MinPod. We're on Stitcher Smart Radio. Also, I want to say something. This Christmas, instead of giving gifts and shit to people who already have stuff, go to our site, hit the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital banner there, and you can donate gifts in someone's name. Donate money. Oh,
come on, man!
That was from something else.
Make it go away.
It's a sound
so loud.
Scared me.
I
Because
started.
we're like, is that what you want to do when we start? He'll say.
I started it. This is starting.
Just some podcasts.
Brian, don't sing the fucking song. The song's about to go on its own.
Brian, you suck, dude.
You do.
See how I don't suck.
Some podcasts are slow.
Yeah.
And you don't know how long they last. That's why you're listening
Yes, you are.
10 Minute
Brian, stop it.
Yeah, the 10-minute podcast.
Brian, shut the fuck up. Welcome to the 10-Minute Podcast. Rated by iTunes is one of the 3 best new podcasts of 2012 in comedy.
That's a good thing to say.
You're welcome, everybody.
It's a good thing to say that because people who are listening to this are hearing that and they already listen to this, so that's good.
Well, and that brings me to the next thing I was going to say, Chris, you cocksucker, which is thank you to all our listeners for help, for getting us up there, and thank you, iTunes. It's great. It's really great. Hey, guys, it's really great. Brought to you by Amazon. You want to buy something on Amazon, go to 10minutepodcast.com and click the Amazon banner. Also, Gamefly.
Gamefly!
Oh, man.
Stop
I
it.
hate it.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Come on, man.
That's pretty cool that I do that.
trial.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
That's the opposite of cool.
No.
My name is Will the Mesomorphic Minotaur Sasso.
It's a ridiculous nickname, man. I'm the only one with a nickname. It's Bryan the Kid Callen. You know, it's unbelievable.
And I'm Chris, undercover cop D'Elia.
Why can't we all have cool
talking about?
nicknames?
Because those are, you just made those names up
no,
and nobody ever gave them to you.
Mesomorphic means that you put on muscle easily.
Yeah.
That's me.
I know what that means.
And Minotaur means I'm half man, half horse.
Okay.
Well, first of all, a Minotaur
ridiculous.
is not that. A Minotaur, actually, you idiot. That's a centaur.
Yeah.
What a moron. A Minotaur, you uneducated lout.
No, a
You
Minotaur-
fucking dogoat. A Minotaur is a man with a bull's head.
Right.
What a moron.
It
What
doesn't
did
really
I
matter
say?
because neither of those
What did
guys
I say?
exist. So
You said Minotaur is a half man, half horse.
I'm sorry. I meant to say the sexual centaur.
no,
didn't
you
mean
can't
to
say that.
You
Listen,
can't just change
here's
that
the deal.
now.
Also, Brian, I didn't know you're so smart at Greek mythology. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that
I'm
your thing?
well, it's called being educated.
Okay.
So,
Well,
yeah.
here's what else.
read
You
books.
said somebody gave you. You said somebody gave you the nickname, the kid. Who gave you that nickname? Yeah.
Who gave me that
Well, because
nickname?
you said we're just making nicknames for each other.
It
up.
started when I was doing military stuff, and they called me the kid because I had my body and my face.
Hey, let me
tend
tell
to
you
have-
something. Let me tell you something about my body because I'm the Mesomorphic Minotaur.
Christ.
That means I'm half man and half horse. I don't care what the fuck you think
you
it means.
you can't
I
hijack
like the
the
word.
name.
I like the word Minotaur better than centaur.
But then you have a bull face. You have a bull head.
No,
I
here's
got
the
a
deal.
fucking upper body like a man, and I got 4 horse legs in the back.
That's a centaur.
But my upper body is so big and beefy that like I fall over on
Listen to
my
me.
face a lot. I
Listen
go,
to me.
My horse knees, and I just crumble.
You're top heavy.
Listen to me.
Yeah, top heavy centaur.
You know what is a man with a moose head or whatever you said? A fucking bull head? What is it?
It's called
Buffalo.
a Minotaur.
No, it's not. You know what it's called?
Bull.
Dululu ulu nu 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 nu. You know why it's called that? Because it's nothing, and I can make up whatever I want because that's not something. So calling it Minotaur or whatever the fuck you want to call it is something because a half man, half bull is nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing.
well,
It's
That's
nothing.
not a thing. It doesn't
it's
exist.
part of
mythology.
Greek mythology.
Yeah,
It's
so
a
it means
poo
it's
poo
nothing.
doo doo juju. That's what it is.
Don't do that.
I'm the Mesomorphic.
Did you ever suck dudes' dicks in the army?
No, I didn't.
You
no,
weren't in the army.
Because you said you were in the.
I was in a very specialized.
You ever do
secret
fun little
branch.
shit?
Don't do that. I was in a very secretive branch.
Hey, dude.
I can't even talk about.
Hey, Brian, is it super secret? Because every once in a while you'd get sort of rowdy and put your toe in a guy's asshole.
Yeah.
Hey.
And by toe he means dick.
I never put my
No, I call his dick his toe.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Wow,
So
it
then,
looks
you do mean that.
It looks like a middle toe.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
With a finger, with a fucking toenail on it.
That's just a fungus.
Hey, so you absolutely have slept with a guy, right?
I have not slept with a guy, dude. That's a stupid.
Side
Have you
by
ever slept
side?
next to a guy?
Just side by side?
One time I was wrestling with a guy, and he said that his head smelled like sweat, and it got me really, for some reason, angry. And I squeezed his head as hard as I could, and he started to cry. We were kids. I was like, smelled his head, and I was like, I don't like the smell of this guy's fucking head. And I cranked down on his head, and then I fucked.
Wait. Oh, okay. See, so
I knew it.
That's a terrible, terrible, sad story that you obviously have problems from childhood.
Yeah.
You fucking squeezed the kid's head for no reason.
I'd get called
because his head smelled.
Did you ever get in a fight when you were a kid, or were you always the girl that they left behind?
No, I wasn't a girl. The thing is my whole.
Were you asthmatic and weak, and you weren't allowed outside because the air might get to your lungs?
I
Did you get rashes easy?
No, and what I do is I disarm fights before they even happen with my mind.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What aspect of your mind? What do you mean?
My your cerebellum,
cerebellum,
yeah, my cerebellum.
That part. No, I mean.
So if a guy said, "Hey man, you and I out back at 3:00 after school, I'm gonna kick your ass," what would you say?
I would do that.
Yeah,
with
but
my
then
face
he's
on
waiting
ice.
for you.
No, he wouldn't be.
Just so our listeners know, Chris made kind of a smug face, and he laughed a little.
Yeah,
bit
and which actually, if I were then, I would punch you in that smug face.
Here's
right
the deal:
there.
that didn't happen with us, and if it did, I would do whatever face for that fucking, situation, and then you would be disarmed, and then I would quickly move behind you and fuck you in the ass. Quickly, you wouldn't know what happened.
What, would your arm drag me?
I'd arm drag you.
You don't even know what that is. It's a wrestling move.
Hey man,
Moron.
I took jiu-jitsu for 5.5 years. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Every day.
Don't knife your hand at me.
I studied Muay Thai in my 30s, which is kind of useless.
Yeah, but
you know what's not useless?
it's not,
that mustache will.
Thanks,
Congratulations on that.
Hey, one time on the schoolyard, I got kicked in the balls. This kid kicked me right in the cock. And then I chased him for the entire lunch hour or recess or whatever it was. And he was running, and he could run real fast. But I had that marathon thing going because I was a young jock. I was a young, chubby jock. And he finally made a false move, and he tripped on on the teeter-totter or whatever. And I jumped on him with both knees in his back, and I let loose my fat kid rage, grabbing him by the back of the head, by the hair, and smashing his fucking face into the grass.
Well, he deserves it. He deserves it.
Until
he kicked you in the balls.
Yeah, he filled a puddle of blood with the indent of his face.
Okay.
There's very little life in your voice right now. You sound so monotone.
What's the problem with my voice?
It's just you're talking about brutalizing a kid, and it's a very violent
Another
story.
time,
it almost sounds like you're happy or proud of it.
Another time a kid teased me, and I took his bike and I threw it very hard up against a tree, and he got in my face and tried to get physical, and then I threw him against that tree.
Okay.
And he landed.
There's still no life in your voice, so it doesn't.
Landed on his bike.
Don't you sound like you have no remorse.
You sound like you're either falling asleep.
You sound like what was that guy who the TPK killer? What the fuck was his name? Not the TPK.
Bind, torture, kill.
BTK, right?
Oh, STK, that steak place. It's okay. It's kind of. It's a little bit. It's a little bit played out.
The TMP killer.
Oh, TMZ killer.
Hey,
yeah.
here's a trivia question.
I'm about to kill somebody.
Hey, moron! Speaking of marathon,
we caught up with a killer on the side of the street, right outside of Coy.
Do you guys know what animal can run the longest distance?
I know that I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
is it
don't care animal?
Don't give a fuckasaurus?
Okay.
Is that what it is?
Hey.
We caught up with 2 killers outside of Hyde in Hollywood.
No, is it a no one gives a shit lion?
Hey guys, I'm trying to educate you, man. You're such an enemy of education.
I'm the Mesomorphic Minotaur. I don't need this shit.
Is it the Ator? Is that what it is?
You're like the American Taliban, man. You have no time for any kind of brain food.
Who cares what the fuck animal runs the fastest, you dumb shit?
What animal runs the longest can run the longest?
Who gives a shit?
That only means I give a shit and don't give a shit for an even longer time.
The animal that can outrun any other animal
he's going to tell us anyway.
Ostrich, right?
Is
the jaguar.
No.
Is the bull.
No.
Snake.
No.
Turtle.
Fish.
No.
Rabbit. Hare.
No.
It's a badger.
No.
Coyote.
What is it?
Coyote.
No.
Fox.
Steven.
No.
It's an antelope. Antelope.
What'd you say?
Steven.
Yeah.
Is it Steven?
It's the Steven?
It's a human being. And some humans are named Steven.
No way.
No.
A human being can run.
Humans are the best long distance runner by far of any other animal.
No way.
Well, no.
They can run 50 miles without stopping, whatever. And in fact, that's how we used to track down our prey. You just keep running after a gazelle the way I would track you guys, because gazelles only sweat through their mouth and the bottom of their feet. so they can't keep themselves cool.
What the fuck have you done with this podcast?
So if I had to hunt you more,
gives a shit?
I would just keep running after you because you can only sweat out of your fucking hooves and your mouth because you're a couple dough goats.
Hey,
and
man.
you have to stop like a couple.
This is
dough
the
goats
worst ending
eat
to any.
dough
What a
and
stupid
to sweat
podcast.
out of your stupid
All right.
hooves and
Way
your
to
mouth.
go. Thanks for listening to the 10-Minute Podcast. Thanks for subscribing and downloading on iTunes. We're on Stitcher Smart Radio. Check us out on Twitter at 10MinPod, Facebook /10MinPod. Hey, if you want to check out Bryan and Chris's live stand-up comedy dates, go to bryancallen.com or chrisdelia.com. You don't really have to go to hamfatter.com for me to do that because I do TV and movies.
Okay, man.
That's condescending.
We have a St. Jude Children's Research banner on our website. Please go to that and donate for the kids.
My horse knees.
You know how you don't say Montreal, you say Montreal.
No, is it Montréal?
No, it's Montréal.
No, guys,
You don't
it's
speak-
no.
I do. It's
français.
It's
Moi, je parle français. Je parle français.
Some podcasts are slow, and you don't know how long they last.
Shut up!
That's why you
Tais-toi,
listen
tu dois te tais-toi.
10-minute
Fermez la bouche.
Let me just say, dude, I fucking hate you, Bryan.
Pourquoi?
Montréal.
Pourquoi?
No, it's Montréal.
C'est-
Montréal.
No, guys, it's
No.
That doesn't sound that good. That
correct.
actually sounds.
Welcome to the 10-Minute Podcast. If you want to buy something on Amazon,
Welcome to the I'm fucking Will Sasso. I'm a fucking
go to 10minutepodcast.com.
eat pieces of poop all day long from 3 to 9.
Well, that was eat pieces of pop because you pee-popped your Wilson. Go to 10minutepodcast.com, hit the Amazon banner, buy your shit that way. We'll get a little kickback. We'll keep this thing going. Also, you got the Gamefly there, 15-day free trial. We'll get a little kickback. My name is Will Sasso.
I'm Bryan, the Kid Callen. Je suis Bryan, le petit
hey,
enfant.
Just cut him the fuck off.
I am Chris D'Elia.
If you
No,
don't-
but my
if you don't
name.
fucking hold him down-
because my name deserves its own space
c'est
where
pas
there's
vrai.
no other sound going on during it.
Wait, let's do a little experiment. Let's see, because you weren't able to get your name out there.
Yeah.
Let's see if you're able to get your name out without Bryan talking. I want to see if we can actually pull this off.
No, you can't. I'm already saying
Wait,
you
okay,
can't.
here, let's say.
Commencez.
And say your name.
Chris D'Elia.
You did it.
C'est pas mal, hein?
Well, but he kind of tailed it at the end, and that makes me really fucking angry.
Tais-toi, tais-toi.
No, don't
Fermez la
talk
bouche.
French.
Brian is speaking
Je
French.
suis français. D'accord.
Hey, you know what?
No, you know what I
Can
think
tell you
actually
something?
before we even fucking start is that we should really. I've been looking at all the tweets coming in, and a lot of dudes tweeting.
Yeah.
A lot of dudes tweeting at our show, you get some girls, but mostly the girls that like it are the girls that listen to the fucking show
Right.
with their boyfriends.
Yeah.
So
as a matter of fact, Chris, you and I were having coffee the other day. Remember a few days ago we were having coffee with Starbucks
Yes.
somewhere in the
And
valley.
the girl.
a girl walked up to me. I was in line, and she was like, "Hey, I see." And is that Chris? And she was like tripped out because Chris and I were there having coffee, and she's like, "I didn't know you guys were real friends in real life." Her boyfriend turned her on to the show.
Oh, wow.
and we value our female, listeners.
We want females to listen to the show and
We
find
want them to
something.
stand proud and be like TMP, and then TMP, and Brian joined in TMP. Okay, so
Well-
then, but you know.
Well, we
so
need to have a bit more of a female sensibility on
let's
the show.
talk about what women like what women want, what women.
Chris, that's a great idea. I think if we talk about what women like, we can prove to our female listeners that we know what they're looking
Right.
for, not just in a podcast, but as moving forward in life,
Yeah.
something that they can take from our show,
Right.
and also to show them that we know what they like.
Babies are cute as shit.
We should have a baby.
You know
on
what
the
I
show.
want?
And
you know what I like?
what?
I like pugs.
Yeah.
Puppies. We should have puppies making noise in the microphone and babies making noise in the microphone. But I'll tell you what,
Women would love that.
They
Girls.
would. If we had just a basket of babies and they were like,
Yeah.
and we had them cooing and mewling.
Yeah.
Here's what
We
women,
have a basket of cats because you basket of cats.
You know.
Do you know?
You both basket.
Okay,
yeah,
don't-
oh yeah.
No,
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 because you know what?
They don't
You
like
wanna-
aggression.
Look at this.
Let's keep the aggression
Look at
level
this. I'm
down.
trying to talk, and
Because
I can't.
girls.
can't- I can't say a fucking thing
Yeah,
because
because Brian's talking. Now here's the deal: girls don't like aggression, so we shouldn't be aggressive like
not
that.
be aggressive.
Girls like a little bit of aggression to where it's like, oh, who's that guy? He might rough me up, but they know he won't.
Right.
They know he won't. We're being the guy that you know he will.
Right.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So let's just take it down a notch. Let's take it down a little bit of a notch, and you're talking, and you're
well-
cutting me off.
well, but can I
and
tell
that's
you-
a no-no.
That's okay.
It's a no-no.
It's all right. Hey,
Because we don't like that.
They like courtesy. I apologize for that.
Okay, no, not a problem, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I just say one thing?
Okay.
Can I say what women really love?
Sure.
What is it?
And it's almost universal.
What is
What do
it?
they love?
Women love quand tu parles français comme ça.
What is that? I don't know what
He's
that
saying
is.
when you speak French.
No.
Because he speaks French.
And it's
C'est
not
très joli,
universal.
c'est très
That's
joli.
actually not universal. That's actually very just French.
It's
That's
just
very
French.
just French
Can
and
I
not
say
universal.
this about guys that think that speaking French is I'm just reflecting what Chris said, but he's right. It's just French.
Yeah, it's just French.
It's not something that girls like.
No.
Real women in North America, at least. And I know we have listeners abroad. I know that we have tweets from our UK listeners.
Yeah, we do.
But everybody hates the language French.
Okay,
And here, well, that's a little broad. But here's the deal.
everyone-
You know what
bilingual.
girls love? You know what girls love? Girls love to tell you they don't own a TV.
Just girls.
Women
and hippie dudes.
Women say, because I don't even really watch TV. I don't really own a TV. I don't own a TV. So, and I don't know. It's just like one of those things.
Yeah.
You do have a TV.
You know what?
They don't want you thinking that they're just with you because you're on TV.
Yeah,
It's so annoying.
Immediately,
That's so
right away.
annoying.
You know what I had today? I was literally sitting at the M Cafe earlier on Melrose, and just getting a good place to get some kale and salmon salad. You know what I'm saying, bros?
That's a little.
all right.
Nah, I mean, sure. I guess I know what you're saying.
And I was sitting at a table next to me at this table. There was this girl talking about her spiritual journey. She talked about her journey.
Girls love to have spiritual journeys, and guess what a spiritual journey is?
What? Life?
Nothing
at all.
It's not a spiritual thing, and most importantly, it is not a journey.
They're not going anywhere.
It is not a journey.
They're not
'Cause
going fucking anywhere.
You're sitting at a salad place eating salad.
This girl was talking this guy's ear off, and the worst part about it was that he was just there to grab his shit. She was there to grab theirs. They recognized each other. I overheard the whole thing. You know my sister.
Yeah.
They end up sitting down eating together, and this poor motherfucker gets
no,
both of
fuck
his...
him. He got himself in that situation. He needs to go on a fucking journey out of the door. That's what he needs to do, okay?
Well, girl,
you know what else?
She sat him down, and she was like, let me tell you something about, my journey. And she had been out of town and abroad, and the most obnoxious thing she said, she was talking about literally her journey and figuratively her journey. And she said, when I came back, the first thing I did, this sounded like a frickin' Scientologist, is I just texted everybody that I knew. And I was like, I'm back. Let's rock.
Oh, let's rock.
Can you imagine getting that test?
She's got slittle going through her head.
Yeah, she does. You know what else girls love to fucking say? For real, straight up, girls love to say when like you're flirting with them and shit. They like to say, "You can't handle that." Like when you're like, "Oh, I want to fuck you." You can't handle me. What does that mean? You probably couldn't handle what I got. What do you mean? It's sex. I've had it before. You fuck a little bit, then it's done. You're acting like when I go inside you, the SWAT team's gonna come in. Can't handle that. You're right, but you're wrong because I had sex before. We're gonna fuck a little bit.
Right. I would say if you entered a girl in a billy club, hit you at the back of the neck.
Yeah, I couldn't handle that
You
every
wouldn't be
time.
able to handle that.
No,
Like 6 guys come out of a closet and sodomize the shit out of
Oh, you know what? Couldn't handle that. For years, I'd be scarred.
Yeah, couldn't handle that.
If I fucked you, and every time I fucked you, a parakeet came out, poked my eyes out with its beak, and then shit in my mouth.
Right.
Couldn't handle
Couldn't
that.
handle that, yeah.
Right.
But if it just means we're gonna have some wine and bang and bang, I can handle it.
Yeah, for sure.
Might come a little too soon because you got a crazy, unbelievable ass and fucking tits that look fake but they're not. Might come, might arch my back and just fucking dump like a donkey. Ee-haw, ee-haw.
Okay, well,
man.
he did the sound effect.
Okay, guys, you know what? We were
That's
supposed
what
to
I
be
mean.
talking about what
It is
women
what they like. You know what else they like? And
What
you know
else
what else
do they
they
like?
like?
Shit.
They love. You know what they like to say? You know what? I'm not gonna lie. They love to say that. They love to say, but they say it about stuff that you don't give a fuck. It's not even worth a lie. A girl told me the other day. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I love the show 24. You wouldn't lie about that because if you did, nobody would fact check it or give a fuck about it.
I
Here's
could
my
drink green tea all day.
Here's
Yeah.
my favorite. Honestly, I think I could do stand up because I'm like among my friends, I'm the funniest.
Heard
my
it.
friends think I'm
geez.
so funny.
How about
Told the
this
girl.
one? How about this one? I got the one where it's like, my friends are hot, but they're like hilarious.
Oh, eat 4 donuts. That's the worst.
I
dude.
actually-
Eat 4 donuts.
Eat 4 donuts, That's your mission today, and leave me alone.
Yeah, dude. Go on a journey, find 4 donuts, and eat them.
Hey, Strawbrain.
Yeah, see if you can handle that.
Oh, man.
But guys, hold on. Easy. This is not girl-friendly.
Right, this isn't.
We're not getting girls.
What was the one you said?
Okay, we do love our female listeners.
They love it.
We didn't.
They
this
love
was
to
very
say those things.
Oh my God!
They love all those things. It's a beautiful thing. Without them, we couldn't have babies and make more.
What's the nicest thing you could say to a girl?
I love you.
Let's go out to a time. Have a time.
I care.
together.
No, you know what? It's not just because I love you. I've grown to care about you.
Really?
You know what?
How about this?
You matter. You matter.
You.
I don't want to change you.
You are a gypsy, and you send me on a trip every time I look at you.
That's a little specifically weird.
That's very weird.
You are a gypsy.
I don't know.
And you send me into a whirlwind of murder every time.
I don't know who I was before I met you, and I don't want to remember.
That's a good one.
Yeah, thanks for listening to the 10 Minute Podcast. Thanks for subscribing, downloading on iTunes, and share us with all your friends there. Please rate and review us there. We're on Twitter, 10minpod, Facebook /10minpod.
Just go to BryanCallen.com. That's all
and go to
that matters.
ChrisDelia.com to see where he's doing shit. And
I'm doing stand-up all the time.
And Chris and I are on Vine. Get that app. 10 Minute
That's
Podcast
right,
is on Vine, and Bryan is not on Vine.
Get the app.
Je parle français couramment.
Neither of you guys have seen me totally naked.
That's right.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. It's
it's
pretty cool.
Nope. It's why is
It's
it
not
cool?
that cool.
Why?
Because I'm muscular and cool looking.
Regular.
No, not my type.
Regular.
Some podcasts are slow,
Not regular.
and you don't know how long they last. That's why you're listening to 10 Minute Podcast.
Hey, welcome to the 10 Minute Podcast. You're going to buy something on Amazon, please go to our website, hit the Amazon banner. My name is Will Gladiator Helmet Face Sasso.
No.
Your name is Will Warm Cheese.
No, it's not
Sasso.
Warm Cheese.
No, because you remind me, and I'm not trying to be a dick. You remind me
Say
of
your name.
Warm Cheese.
No,
I gotta
don't.
say-
I'm warm. I'm a warm person.
They know my name.
I
Dude.
just
Believe
tweeted.
me, they know my
I
name.
just tweeted this. Tweeted this. Girls should say, "Fall is my favorite time of year." More. I tweeted that, and in 1 minute, it got 117 retweets. That's how true that is, man.
That's pretty true. Bryan
God.
Callen, what's your name?
My name is Bryan the Kid Callen.
You there?
And
2 minutes.
All right.
No,
Chris.
it's still 1
it's not
minute. It's still
controlling.
1 minute. 192 retweets.
All right.
We
You
all
got-
know who's talking.
I'm Chris D'Elia.
Yeah, but who
You got
gives
a lot
shit?
of followers on
You fucking
on
gotta
Twitter.
control
That's great.
everything with your.
With what?
You know, as I say your name, I want to be the
224.
captain of this ship.
I don't need to be. I don't want to be the captain of the ship.
You wake
Who's
up going,
going to run
I'm
this?
the skipper.
Who's
I'm the skipper of TNP.
Let me ask you something.
Who's gonna
You're not-
run this
you're not the
time?
skipper.
Who's gonna run this podcast tonight? Hey, hey, hey.
All right.
Who's gonna run this podcast tonight? Right?
That's what Will
good.
says, and then he goes, me.
No.
Not bad vibrato there, Bryan.
Thank
Pretty
you,
bad.
buddy.
Pretty
I
bad. If you're talking about
appreciate
doing it, go me.
I have a question.
That was the most annoying part of any podcast we ever did.
I have a question.
That's saying a lot.
Do you guys want to be cremated?
What?
300 retweets.
Do you guys
2
want to be
minutes.
Chris,
Do you
don't.
want to be cremated? We're all going to be ash anyway, Chris. You know what I mean? So your retweets don't really mean a fucking thing. Even right now, they don't mean anything.
Well, they
How
don't.
about that?
They definitely.
Even in this dimension, they mean
I
fucking
don't. I
less
agree.
than zero.
Look, listen, I agree with you. I'm doing as a joke, saying, "Wow, I got so many retweets." Yeah, fuck that. It doesn't mean shit, dude.
Do you
Hey
wanna
man,
be-
you haven't stopped. You just looked away from your phone. We're 2.5 minutes in.
Hey, who's gonna run this town tonight?
Tonight.
You've
listen.
had 1/4 of this podcast.
Okay.
You've been looking at this phone. How can you say it means nothing?
Where do you want to fucking have your ashes? I can just tell you where I don't want to have my ashes.
What do you mean?
Like,
I didn't even ask that question.
He didn't ask that question. You were
said-
looking at your phone. If we're keeping it real, you're looking at your phone.
No,
and
you did
here's
say
how,
that.
Because, no, he said, do you want to be cremated? That's all he said.
Oh,
but
okay,
before
okay.
we started
I
this
said we're all going to be
podcast,
ashes. We're all going to be ashes at the end.
We
of the
said-
Yeah, so he said we're all gonna be ashes. So where do I want to put mine?
I'm going to have to tell the audience what happened.
Okay,
here.
fine. But what you're gonna say is probably wrong.
Where's the
No,
least?
it's not.
Here's the
Bryan,
question.
stop trying to drive the podcast. You just named me the captain.
I'm the skipper.
Before we started this, we said, why don't we talk about where we'd like to not have our ashes spread? But
Not?
Chris was on his phone.
Yeah,
So he didn't
no,
hear that
because
question.
I was doing a bit about Twitter. Okay.
And then he
was
heard it
bit-
in his brain.
It was bit mania over here. We were doing different bits.
Nah.
They got crossed. The lines got blurred.
Okay.
And now it's like this.
Hey!
we got 3 current bits going on right now, okay? We got the Rihanna who's going to ruin this podcast spoof. Yeah. We got the fucking Twitter thing, which I'm sure is well past 450 right now. Sure. And we got the where are we going to put our ashes?
Why don't you, Brian, why don't you ask Chris a question? Chris, you answer the question. I'm going to check your Twitter to see how many retweets this has, okay? Someone's going to stay on.
I don't even know how to do that.
This is like Inception of bits.
Yeah.
Chris, where would you least like to have your ashes spread?
In the ocean.
You don't want your ashes
spread? I don't
spread?
want them in the ocean. Because there are, and I mean this too, there are a lot of fucking sharks out there, and I don't want to be in a shark.
Sharks don't eat ash.
But if they're swimming around, and what about fucking whale sharks? They swim with their mouths open.
They don't eat ash.
Okay, I know, but what if they just...
457 retweets, 269 favorites.
See, man?
Pretty good. Pretty good, man. Girls, I know this podcast is supposed to be about where we don't want our ashes because that's what we came up with before the show. But I think we got.
Is this a game stopper?
I think we kind of have to change this podcast.
This is a game stopper?
To why do fucking chicks say fall is their favorite time of year so much? Because I'm sorry, we can't ignore that.
You're right.
As we started recording, this podcast is 5 minutes old.
Overthrown.
It's been overthrown
by the fans. By the fans.
Well, your fans apparently, because I'm gonna.
A lot of them are.
They're not. Your fans are not that smart, are they, buddy?
Hey, man, no, because girls do say that way too much.
And you know what else they say? Can't wait for the. I just popped a C.
Yeah.
They say they can't wait for the pumpkin spiced latte.
That's true.
At Starbucks.
That's a more specific version than what I'm saying, but they definitely say that.
Yeah, they say that.
I don't know one girl that doesn't love that pumpkin spiced latte, including Chris D'Elia.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
You're a pumpkin spiced latte.
You know who likes
freak.
those fucking drinks?
You.
Girls.
You're a girl.
And also guys who have friends as girls. Who have girls as friends. There is no man that doesn't have girls as friends that will drink that drink even.
I agree with you.
I do the iced Americano. Give me a large iced Americano.
Me too.
I would, even if I really loved pumpkin lattes, I would never fucking order one in public.
Yeah, well, that's true.
There's no way. Even if I had to have them, even if
I think you would
if I had a medical
one.
Condition that allowed me not to be in major pain, I would never go. Can I get a pumpkin spiced latte, please?
Yeah, if I say, can I have a pumpkin spiced latte?
What is it about that girls say? What is it? Is it the cold? They get to wear more layers. They get to think about having a boyfriend and cuddling up to them near a fire.
That's
what it is.
You want to be cuddly. Yeah.
Man, I shouldn't be saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway.
I'm gay!
I'm gay, everybody! And I'm a stereotypical gay character. Listen to my voice.
Guess what? I'm gay!
No, I had a girl talk to me recently. This is someone I used to hang out with a long time ago, and she said, "You're going to be my winter winter cuddle."
I already hate
cuddle pal or something.
Well, because
I was straight up. No, Brian, don't say a warm cheese or anything, because I will reach across this fucking table and knock you into next week.
That
okay?
is very
no,
warm.
that's not that. Yeah, okay, but her point was this cuddle thing, and I'm not trying to sound like I was just kind of like, nah, that's just weird. I think you're trying to. No. I think you're trying to get at something else, and they enjoy cuddling. Girls want to cuddle, and they want it to not be summer when summer's over, because they miss summer.
But also they don't want to be. They like summer, but they don't really have that. Oh, I wish it was summer thing, you know? Because girls, they don't really even though they love attention, they don't want to walk around and be all stared at by dudes.
That's what's up.
You know? So in the fall, they get to bundle up, and dudes are just like, she's wearing a pea coat.
I think in the summer maybe there's more sex happening in the summer, and then in the fall they get to put on a UCLA hoodie and come over and cuddle and watch a movie.
They get to go to a nice dinner, and they get to hang up their coat on the coat rack, and they get to take off their gloves.
I don't even think they want to do that. I think every girl fantasizes about doing one thing more than anything else. They want to get on a really plush couch and fold their feet under their fannies.
Oh yeah.
In a velour sweatsuit with maybe a beaver pelt and wrapped around them, and where their man has them wrapped in a big arm, and the fireplace.
And that's why I bring up this person, and it's not like me to bring up my personal life, so I kind of shouldn't be saying it, but I think it was just sort of this winter cuddle thing. None of it was real. I was like, no, I don't need to be the winter cuddle buddy. That makes no sense.
We're at 617.
Oh my God.
Retweets?
Yeah.
I think
Guys
that summer favors. I think that summer favors fucking, and winter and fall favor cuddling.
Cuddling, it's more
girls,
lovely.
For girls, but
It's more lovely.
I'll cuddle to get to a place where I'm sinking my root true and hard.
I want my ashes to be
What?
put into one of my enemy's drinks, and they drink me, and that I have the last laugh.
I want my ashes in your asshole.
Okay, listen, man. I'll fart it out and into your mom's eyes.
Hey,
that's
bro,
what'll happen, dude.
What the fuck?
I would
You take that back right now. My poor grieving
I
mother.
want to be sprinkled. My ashes. I want my ashes to be sprinkled in a coffin and buried. How's that?
That's pretty cool. I want my ashes sprinkled in one of several Starbucks locations pumpkin spice lattes. So when girls ask for a pumpkin spice latte and they go and they find some dude they want to just lay on a couch with, and again, that's
And guess what? Fall wouldn't be their favorite time of year anymore if they just realized they drank a human being. We're at 659.
Technically, that's not
659
a Chris.
Everybody go back. We're at 666 now.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, uh-oh. Number of the beast. Thanks for listening to 10 Minute Podcast. Please
669.
tell 69. Tell one friend about the show. We'll keep this going.
Check
And
me out,
retweet that. Make that go
BryanCallen.com.
longer.
Not much time, Brian.
I'll be in Houston.
Who cares?
And I just want to be good.
Okay, well, chill.
You want? Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Don't be nervous.
I know I get nervous sometimes.
Come up on the mic.
Don't tell me that. Don't do that.
Some podcasts are slow, and you don't know how long they last. That's why you're listening to 10 Minute Podcast.
Why are you nervous?
It's just
Don't be nervous. We
You're
do
gonna be
this. We literally do this
I
every
feel like
single day
things
of
are-
our whole
a bunch
lives.
of
I
these.
know. I just want to be funny this time. This is.
This time?
It'd be funny.
Yeah,
that'd
I
be
feel
good.
like I'm losing a little of my mojo.
I'll tell you what you're losing. The voice, because come up on the mic a
You
little.
also,
no, I asked you not to tell you.
You lose hair.
What?
You lose testosterone. Older you get.
You lose
Yeah, you lose muscle.
Muscle.
You lose
No, I
muscle.
box. I box.
You boss. You got boss a lot.
No,
Keep
I'm
your
box.
testosterone.
Box. Keep my test.
Hey, welcome to the 10 Minute Podcast. You can buy something on Amazon. You do 10 Minute Podcast account on Amazon. And
go.
my name is Will Sasso.
I'm Brian the Kid Callen.
I'm Chris D'Elia.
And welcome to...
Crystal, I wear black. I got black hair. I got scruff. I'm a slacker, but not really.
I'm not a slacker. I work really, really hard,
I'm 33,
and I'm also not
but I
wearing
dress
black.
like I'm 18. I got a
That's not
skateboard,
true.
but I don't.
No, that's not true,
Wow.
man.
I dress like a slacker skater, man.
No, I
Can't wait
don't.
till they make a movie about skateboard guys that are older
have.
than Rob Banks.
Oh, no one wants to see that movie.
I know, but starring Chris D'Elia is the skateboard guy.
You know what I like about
Rob
this
Banks.
podcast?
I actually do have clout to
You're
make a
dusty.
movie go.
Don't say
so.
clout.
Yeah.
Don't say...
definitely
No one has
don't.
clout.
No.
You
You're
can say you have
dusty.
stroke. Hey, you know what I like about this podcast?
Brian's going to have a stroke soon.
You know,
Probably.
That's not funny.
you know what I like about this podcast?
What?
Sonest.
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 No, you know what? Shaunest.
Shaunest? Oh, it's Shaunest.
Shaunest.
Not to be mistaken with our frequent
no,
guest,
no.
Shauna.
S''H. Shaunest.
S''H. Yeah,
It's
Shaunest.
like being shungry.
But
Yeah.
you don't really
By the way, I am shungry. I only ate a salad today.
No, it's not.
Sometimes I get shard.
No,
You do. Sometimes you do get shard, but I get sharder.
I like sonus.
Yeah, it's
No.
a son.
You
Sometimes
don't
the
use
podcast is Sonest.
Hey. Shaunest.
I just like how we can come here and just sort of
Yeah,
say
it is sonest. It's
say
sonest.
whatever
It's
we
very
want.
sonest.
You got
And,
pointy face, huh?
Yeah, I got a pointy fucking face because I'm Italian and my angles work.
I'm
you
Italian.
woodpecker.
I don't have a pointy face. I'm
You-
100% Italian.
Human woodpecker. When
No.
they make woody woodpecker, you
Speak
number
into the
one.
mic.
You number one.
There you go.
What number one call sheet? Chris D'Elia, woody woodpecker.
Hey, man.
What?
Don't
It's okay.
fucking say it's okay after that.
It's okay. It's okay. You get the part.
What are you doing?
Congratulations, you woody woodpecker.
I'm not fucking Woody Wood. Oh, man, you're making me. Hey, dude. You fucking stop doing that right now.
You got feathers.
I don't have fucking
There's not
feathers.
hair, feathers. Your feathers with a beak, human beak.
You know? And it's great to
Were
just
you
be able
saying
to...
if I did the movie, if I was the lead, they
Sorry?
wouldn't have to put much makeup on me?
No makeup at
Fucking
all.
son of a bitch.
He's ready. It's 8 a.m. He's ready.
The great thing about having a podcast and just having to be honest is we don't have any sort of agenda. We don't have we're not going to talk about stuff in the news. We're not going to talk about all the weird things going on. And
I know about the news. But you're
all right. Anyway, we just come here and we're honest. And then what happens sometimes when you're honest is that sometimes a whole episode is just Bryan taunting Chris and saying he's a Woody Woodpecker.
Because you got it. Because you know why? Because jealous. This is jealous fuck. This is jealous fuck.
No, I'm not.
This is jealous fuck.
Don't
You know
say
why?
it.
Because I will say it, and I said it off there, and I will say it on the air for my legions of fans and your fan, that I am the younger, better you.
Say that. Don't. That makes me. You, bird. You should take your beak. You stick it in wood now.
You know what?
Get ready for your roll.
No.
You
know why I got that role? You know why I got that role? Because you couldn't get it.
Because I got a normal nose.
You audition for Woody Woodpecker.
You know why? I'm not. I'm not older you or younger you. Not Mr. Potato Head.
Mr. Potato Head.
Not Mr. Potato Head.
Removable ears and nose.
Don't got movable ears.
Starring.
Got no midsection, just feet on the head.
Just feet on the head.
No, don't got a little hat size of my dick.
You feet on head.
No. Here's who I am. I'm defined by self. You know why? Because honest. And this is a new year. And you've heard a couple episodes so far this year, but I'm about to blow your fucking mind.
Okay.
We recorded those episodes before the new year. So now it's a new year.
You're right. Whoa. This is the first episode we recorded this year.
This is the first episode.
And I want to say I'm sorry because it was not honest that I pretended like I was Liam Neeson. I'm very sorry.
That other podcast where Chris was pretending to be Liam Neeson, he was not Liam Neeson.
You never play him in a movie.
He's called Liam Neeson. Yes, I could play Liam Neeson.
Never in a movie.
Actually, there's a biopic going on for Liam Neeson now. I'm up for the role.
Nope.
It's between me. Yes, it is.
No, they got to shave your nose down.
I'm going to be the new Batman.
No, you're not, dude.
No, I'm not, because I'm honest.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest.
So that's weird.
I'm going to be honest.
Did you just say that lies so you could be honest afterwards?
Yeah, so I can.
All right, well,
I'm just, it's like it would be like Charles Barkley just running up to the basket and just putting it against the board a couple times to get them rebounds because he can.
Okay,
I'm padding Masonist stats.
Let's be honest. My dick is the biggest out of the three of us.
No,
so
it is
let's
not.
be honest.
I'm a grower, not a shower. So
that means you got small dick.
No. I have a huge.
I'm a grower and a shower. How about that?
No, I have a huge ugly Warhammer.
Grow.
Chris, your dick looks like a finger that has had the bones taken out of it, and it's just, but like it's long, so it's just a long. It's impressive to look at because it just looks like spaghetti. It's very long. It's like a bunch of spaghetti glommed together.
Yep.
It's long and
soft.
It
looks like it's diabetic.
Mine looks like a dick. Mine looks like a human dick,
yep.
And then it gets hard. And then at that point,
your dick is the same size hard as it is soft.
No, it is not.
You're the only dick. There's 8 people in the world that have dicks that are smaller when they're hard, and that's yours.
No. I'll tell you.
It actually gets more compacted.
No, I'll tell you what my dick looks like when it's hard, and this is 100% no joke because honest. My dick gets so full of blood that it looks like it has red bark.
Listen,
that's how hard I get.
Listen now, Red Bark.
Really listen, it's got knots in it and fucking lines, and it's so rough, and no girls want to have sex with me.
Okay, well that's sad.
It's very hard to find a sexual partner because it is painful.
That's herpes scars. Now listen to me.
It's not.
You dig, and I'm being honest.
Mine.
You dig, I seen it.
Okay.
You dig, tuba taffy.
Tuba taffy.
You dig tuba taffy.
My dick is not a tuba taffy.
He's pointing at me.
You got...
Yeah, Bryan obviously distinguish.
Small sack of taters.
You don't know how to do a podcast in 2014.
He's acting like we're being videoed, and he's pointing. You and you. If we didn't say me, then we're here to pick up the slack. You know why? Because we know technology. Yeah. And we're younger and we're hip. And we know what the fuck is going on. We know how to text.
By younger, we mean I'm 38.
Yeah, younger and much young.
You look older than that.
I don't look older than you.
Vampire skin.
But fine, at least they're in.
Vampire.
At least they're
Vampires
in.
Are in.
Hey.
And I'm like a werebear. I'm a werebear.
Beak with fangs.
Oh, a werebear?
A werebear.
Right.
Like a werewolf, but a bear.
You werebear.
Hey, can I be really honest?
Yeah.
This podcast is boring.
Why?
I don't know. He's yawning. We're talking about each other's dicks.
2014 is the year of the bar.
What do you guys want to do?
Boring podcast this year.
No, man, I got goals for this year, bros.
What are your goals?
Tear it up.
Tear it up.
What are you talking about? Your cartilage because you're too old? Can tear up your cartilage. You can fuck your meniscus up. If you still
what
got
do you
any,
want to do in
I want to
2014?
take my boxing and my tennis
let
to
me
another
ask you.
level.
Let me ask you something.
Another level?
Does your knee? Does it hurt because the bones are grinding on each other because you have no cartilage left because you're too old? Is that what it is?
Will,
They're gonna have to take cartilage from your nose, put it in between your knees. Is that what's gonna happen? Because you're too old. Is that what's gonna happen?
Stop smiling, Will, with that stupid.
At least you didn't say, "Hey, you, stop smiling."
Yeah. What we gotta do, because you know it gets bigger when you keep going and get older, your ears and your nose. That's the only thing that keep getting bigger besides your gut. So what we're gonna do is gonna take your ears and your nose and put cartilage in your knees because you're so.
I'll take cartilage from your nose because you got a beak, you Woody Woodpecker. Everybody, go see Chris as Woody Woodpecker.
No.
In the movie called.
That's
slam
called
his
that?
stupid
That's what it's
beak
called?
into
Just knock,
into wood, and it's a really boring movie. But Chris is the boring bird.
You know, sometimes, to be honest,
Yeah.
sometimes we get together and we record, and like the first one, it's kind of a burner. Not very often. We usually use everything, but
We
I
pretty
think-
much do.
Yeah.
Because this one's
killed.
sonest, and this one's you're gonna put it out there, okay?
Put it out there?
Yar.
Am I putting it out there?
Yeah, because
And
he's
this one's
second
'cause
guesser.
it's sonest.
Guess what?
What?
Second guesser. Huh?
Not
Yeah, gonna call
Yeah.
it sonest.
Yeah.
Sonest?
Sonest.
You have to
Sonest enough.
Shonest.
be honest.
Thanks for listening, Pa. Here comes another thing that we do. Yeah. This song is not very good.
Another podcast.
Yep.
Some podcasts are slow, and you don't know how long they last. That's why you're listening to 10-Minute Podcast.
Hey, welcome to the 10-Minute Podcast. You want to buy something on Amazon? Go to 10minutepodcast.com.
Yeah.
Hit the Amazon banner. You will get your shit for the exact same price with zero markup, and we'll get a little kickback, and it's your way of saying, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing that show for free. We
shit.
appreciate you.
Shit.
Also, if you appreciate us, go to iTunes and rate and review the show. Chris, what's wrong?
Yeah. I don't know.
Welcome to the 10-Minute Podcast. My name is Will Sasso.
I'm Chris D'Elia, and I don't have a nickname because I'm raw. What you see is what you get.
Well, I didn't say a nickname this time.
I know, but
Brian's not even here.
Well, I feel like it's kind of necessary to do that, though.
Why? Because sometimes I say my name
Sometimes
is
people
Will.
are saying I got a nickname, and I'm just like, I don't have a nickname. Sometimes people are like, well, your nickname is the Golden Child, and I'm like, no, who said that?
But you know who said that? Someone who's seen The Golden Child, because that is a movie and not your nickname.
No. But they were just saying like
You're golden?
everything. I was like, what the fuck for?
You mean like Midas?
No, I was like, what the fuck for you call me Golden Child? I'm like, everything you touch turns to gold or whatever. But
Hey, man. Look,
I know that person's an asshole, right? I mean, I don't fucking.
well, no,
believe
don't
in
throw that person under the bus. He's not necessarily
He's
an
a nice
asshole.
guy. He was a nice guy.
Okay.
Yeah, it was The Rock.
The Rock did not say that you are the Golden Child and that everything you touch turns to gold.
Well, Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, I
did.
know his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
I've done a movie with Dwayne. So.
I know. So you know how he just kind of doesn't really spit stuff out there like that. So I was
Hey,
just
don't
like,
take what I'm saying to sort of stop what you're saying and turn it around and say, so you know that The Rock does this thing that he doesn't do, even though I don't know the man.
Well,
you know,
you don't know him because it sounded like
I've
you
met
were
him a few. I've
bragging
had the pleasure
a little bit.
of. No, I'm not bragging.
Okay.
I've had the pleasure of meeting the guy. I think he's great. He's a very inspirational dude.
Yeah, I
think
agree
he's
too.
a hardworking guy who's done a lot of cool shit in his life.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. And he doesn't really spit stuff out there is what kind of we're both saying. And
We're not saying the same
he
thing.
said
Stop it. We're not saying
about
the same
me
thing.
was whatever you do, you turn, gold.
Okay,
And
so
he's
here's
not
the thing.
He's not an asshole.
He's not an asshole.
I was
I
just
didn't
saying-
say he was an asshole.
Yeah. So
You,
just
all
don't-
you said was he's not an asshole.
right, and I'm standing by that no matter what you say.
I'm not going to say anything about that. I think he's not
Right.
I think he's a very nice guy.
Right, exactly. Me
Yeah.
too.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Which is why we could maybe learn a few things from him, and which is why maybe you would agree what he was saying. About
What specifically should I agree with?
Well, working out is very good for your body, and also I'm a Golden Child.
I would agree with one of those things, yeah.
Working out is good for your body.
That's not the thing I wasn't going to agree with. That's the thing that I completely agree with. Don't.
I guess I'm confused. Anyway.
No, not anyway. No, we're talking about this.
Okay.
Here's the thing. If I ever have the pleasure of working with a guy again or running into him, I'm going to fucking throw myself under the bus and just say, hey, Dwayne, do you know who Chris D'Elia is? And let's just say he's like, yeah, I know who he is. Comedian, right? Yeah, actor, comedian.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to say, yeah, he said that you said that he's the Golden Child. So now what's going to happen when I say that? Because I think I'm going to end up looking like a moron in front of Dwayne The Rock Johnson. But I'm willing to do that.
Well, to prove that maybe what I said is not true.
Not maybe, yes. To prove what you're saying.
Well, why don't you do what you'll say to The Rock, and I'll be The Rock, and I'll tell you what I think he'll say.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Dwayne, good to see you again.
Hey, that's right. We worked together that one time.
Yeah. And, other things. Remember Mad TV? We did that bit
I do remember that.
And,
I do remember
I ran into you at the WrestleMania thing there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Boy, wasn't that
fun.
one was crazy.
Yeah. Then that other time we saw each other on that thing. Yeah, that was a good time.
Where you tripped and fell and hit your face.
Okay. So, hey, you know Chris D'Elia?
Why, yes, I do. The comedian.
Yeah. He's a really good buddy of mine.
Oh, yeah, and I think I knew that, actually.
No, you wouldn't know that, but
I might have. I'm not sure.
So,
run in the same circles.
So here's the thing I wanted to ask, though, because he said he's a really good buddy of mine, and he goes that you said, now this is going to sound really weird, but just let me get this out. I know you're busy. I know you got to go.
No, it's okay.
Thanks. He said that you said that he's the golden child, and that everything he
touches turns into gold. Right.
So you actually said that.
Yeah, everything he touches turns into gold, and he's the golden child, I said, yeah.
Now, Rock, I have to ask you this. What? The golden child or the golden child? Because, Rock, you know? Okay, so I don't think it would go that way,
You don't
Chris.
think it would?
No, I don't think it would go
Because I'm
that
saying
way.
that's exactly how it would go.
No, that's not how
And then if you did the whole golden child thing, he would fucking beat the shit out of you.
Well, I don't think, no, he's not. He's a peaceful man.
Yeah, I know he is. But
he plays a tough guy in the movies.
Shove?
Oh! Wait a second. Because did you say when push comes to shove?
Well, I am.
Where is shove? And who is shove?
My background is Italian and Mexican.
Okay.
So sometimes I say shove.
Yeah. So when push comes to shove.
When push comes to shove.
Yeah, when push comes to shove.
Right.
And
so that's what I was doing.
My Los Angelino.
Right. So, but
I like to do.
But The Rock is the kind of guy that you can only push so far. And we can both agree on that.
The Rock is the kind of guy you can only push so far?
Right.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he's
a big tough guy.
He is a very big tough guy, and I don't think you would go on record saying he wasn't.
No, I wouldn't, Chris.
Right. Okay. So we all agree pretty much what's been going on with The Rock so far.
The guy's about the densest human being that exists.
And so far, the things that we've all said about The Rock collectively are all true.
Yeah.
Me and you.
No. What I've said about him is true.
Us.
We met him here and there.
Right.
And did some work.
And we both agree that he's strong.
He's very strong.
Muscular.
He's very
working
muscular.
out is good for your body, and I'm a good boy.
No, you're not but he would never say that.
I actually personally think he would never say it again, because after he said it, I was like, come on, please don't be spreading that around. That's very embarrassing for me. And he was like, well, I like to call it. He did this fucking funny thing where he was like, I like to call it how I sees it. And he would fucking, but he's doing like a little accent thing. And we laughed anyway.
So let's do it the other way around now. You be me. Okay. No, you be you. You be you. You'll be you. And you come up to The Rock and you say, so let's pretend this is the first time you're meeting The Rock.
Okay.
So you would just walk up and say, hey, Rock, my name is Chris.
Okay. But I already met him, and he said that thing.
But I want to go back to the first time you met The Rock. Okay. So
you think that this is how it went down?
Yeah. So you would walk up and say, hey, Rock, my name is Chris.
Hey, God, I don't know what to call you, Dwayne Johnson or The Rock, but hey, I just wanted to say, hey, how are you?
What's your name?
My name is Chris.
It doesn't matter what your name is. See what I did, dude?
No.
Yeah, that's from wrestling.
Yeah, I know what it's
like
from.
That.
I know you
I like wrestling when he does the wrestling
Okay,
stuff.
dude, but that's actually not...
Finally! The Rock! That sort of shit. That's fun. That's fun stuff. China, you want The Rock. You know you want The Rock, China. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, I get it. Okay.
Yeah. So he wouldn't say. Let me see if I can say that as The Rock say that Chris is the golden boy. Finally, Chris is the gold.
Okay.
I can't.
Well, but also it's not finally, because it's not like I was working towards.
But I
the
can't
golden
really
boy.
do. It's not a very good impersonation for me, so I can't even really sound like him at all if I don't go. Here's my. Okay. The only thing I can say as The Rock is. Finally,
it is pretty good.
That's the only thing.
Pretty fucking good.
The Rock. That kind of sounds like him. And then it goes down from there. Listen to what happens if I keep going.
Okay.
Finally, The Rock has come back to the 10-minute podcast. I sound like Gilbert Godfrey.
You turn into Gilbert Godfrey, yeah.
Every time I try to sound like...
That's really weird.
It's so fucking weird.
You already did it, And you're just continuing to turn it, but you turn it into Gilbert
As soon as I do it.
It's weird.
Yeah. Crystalia.
Right, that's good.
You're not the golden boy.
That's so weird, actually.
9/11 was an inside job.
Yeah, that's very
I'm
odd.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Right, that's so fucking weird.
Yeah, it's really weird.
But whatever you do, stop doing the Gilbert Gottfried thing.
Stop doing the Gilbert Gottfried
thing. Even if you got to do that.
Have you ever seen my Andrew Dice Clay?
No.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fuck. Ow. It needs work.
Yeah.
It's kind of, basically, it's just what Gilbert Gottfried
Anyway,
does.
That
has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
I didn't mean to take this podcast.
Finally, the podcast is over.
Okay, you gotta stop.
It's only the 10 minutes of a podcast, which is a unique idea.
You didn't have to. You didn't have to ask me why I even was hanging out with The Rock.
Why? All right. Why are we?
We get coffee twice a week,
dude.
What?
You do not get coffee.
And I tell him, and I don't. We joke, and he's like, "Oh, you're fucking hilarious," and I'm like, "You do the best action," and we both kind of compliment.
You do the best action is the most Russian thing you can say to The Rock. Someone who's seen The Rock's movies in Russia, because they're they do well internationally, would go, "You do the best action." Hey, Rock, you do the best action.
Have you ever heard of Crystalia? He's the golden boy.
No, he wouldn't. He would say, "Finally, my movie went all the way to Russia with Vladimir Putin." Hey, it's podcast time with the pals again.
It's not what it's called.
It's
not what the
podcasting pals.
thing is called.
Some podcasts are slow, and you don't know how long they last. That's why you're listening to 10-Minute Podcast.
Yeah, it's pals podcasting. Podcasting time with them pals.
Yeah.
Welcome to the 10-Minute Podcast. If you're going to buy something on Amazon, go to 10minutepodcast.com. You hit the Amazon banner, you get your shit for the same price. You know how that was. People do it, Chris. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. And then please tell all your damn friends about it. Just tell everybody. Run into another room right now and tell everybody about the show. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Get the show that way and rate and review it on iTunes.
Yeah.
And my name is Will Gladiator Helmet Face Sasso.
I'm Bryan the Kid Callen.
And Chris has reduced his "I'm Crystalia, I ain't got no nickname because I'm Rock is what you get" to all right. Last week we had a show at the live show at the Hollywood Improv.
Yeah.
It's Thursday today.
Chris had more energy then.
It should be in the stores by now. You can get it in the in iTunes. Get it on iTunes or Amazon Music or Google Play stores for $1.99. You can listen to the live show.
The fuck is Google Play?
What the fuck is Google Play?
Hey, Google Play.
Hey, Google.
Be iTunes. Get rid of your billboard on fucking Cahuenga and just be iTunes.
Hey,
man.
Google Play. Beat it, nerd.
Hey, Google Play. Way to be way too late.
Hey, Google Play. Thanks for buying up half of Venice and turning it into Silicon Beach.
Hey, Google Play. You're like Bryan Callen when he came to Vine.
Yeah, that's actually true, though.
That's pretty good, guys. I'm taking a piss out of myself. I'm taking a piss out of myself.
You're British?
I'm taking a piss out of myself.
Yeah, we had a great time at the live show. Check that out.
You guys hogged the mic a little bit, though. I had to end up being a pillar of support.
No, but I'll tell you what did happen. And when you buy the show and listen to it, by the way, over an hour and a half of unedited audio. And, hit the banner at 10minutepodcast.com for it, or iTunes, you search it, Amazon MP3 Music. Hey, Chris, how would you get it on Google Play?
I don't know. You just write Google Play 10-Minute Podcast Live, I guess, in Google.
I hope it's out by now, or else we're going to sound like a bunch of buffoons.
If
it ain't out today, it's out fucking tomorrow or the next day.
If you guys came to the show the other night, thank you. And if you came just to see me, I'm sorry, but you can see me in Connecticut. I'm going to be in Connecticut tomorrow night at the Foxwoods Theater.
Okay, fine.
What's the apology for?
I'm sorry that those guys were there, but they won't be there with me this time.
Hey, man, those guys were sitting right here.
What the flip, man?
These two.
No, don't say that. Like that. We were really good, too.
In Connecticut.
Hey,
I've done Foxwoods.
I never plug shit that's going on. I got a movie out right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's called Hit by Lightning. Everyone go buy it on iTunes. That's real easy to figure out.
Tweet me about Will's movie.
It's also on video on demand, and it's in some theaters.
If you guys want to, because if you want to see me really put power out there, if you're at the Tempe Improv this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's where I'm at.
If you're my fan, don't go.
Okay, so here's our call to arms. If you're in Connecticut, go to Chris's show. If you're in Tempe, go to Bryan's show. If you're in Tempe, don't go to Bryan's show because Chris said
my fans.
He said so.
No, man.
I have fans in Tempe.
Wait, what are you saying?
Regardless of where you are, Get Hit by Lightning starring John Cryer, myself, Stephanie Shostak, my good buddy Jed Reese.
I'm setting parameters from now on.
That's on iTunes. It's on video on demand and in
I'm
some
having
theaters.
an out time every
Hit
time we
by
record.
Lightning.
Okay, we'll have an out time. But...
Hit by Lightning.
Hey, shut the fuck up, bro.
Will,
sorry.
who
I don't give a
cares?
shit about your stupid movie.
Whatever.
I don't care.
I never plug shit on this.
Well, don't plug
You guys
shit.
are always plugging.
Yeah,
This ain't
it's
a
true.
plug shit.
It
That's
is
not
true.
the mic.
This is not for plugging. This is for
true.
comedy.
I never
true.
say anything.
What were you gonna
I've got
say?
movies coming out, TV shows
I
all the
set
time. I am all
parameters
over the
from now
place. Most recently with Hit by Lightning.
All
Shut
right,
the
now in
fuck up about your dumb movie,
All right,
bro.
whatever.
Chris, what?
I'm starting to set parameters, dude. That's how it is.
Okay, like, what do you mean?
Like, when my alarm goes off, I leave. When I fucking go, I'm setting, if we're going to record till this time, then that happens, that time happens, then I leave.
Okay.
Well, what time
always
are
dick
you
around.
leaving today?
It doesn't matter because it's not the same time as whatever's listening to it.
Let me just, regardless of where, because people are listening to it on their time, and that's because it's a podcast, but you don't know how podcasts work.
doesn't get it.
Because you're 61. But here's what's up. Let me peel that onion back a little bit. We record a bulk of these at the same time. You may have listened to an episode, you will be listening to an episode soon, next week probably, where Chris is very upset with Bryan.
He's mad at me.
We're going back in time a little bit and doing it Pulp Fiction, twisting it around the other way. Yeah. Because Chris is a little calmer now than he was when we recorded that other
I wasted
episode.
a lot of Chris's time today.
And you can listen next week to see what we're talking about. But this episode is airing today, Thursday. Thursday?
Not Thursday,
It airs
'cause that's
on
not a day.
Thursday.
Chris, are you less mad at me now, maybe?
Yeah, but you did it last week, too.
Well, last week I had a better excuse.
And you did it at the live show.
And I was mad at you guys.
If you listen to the live show, you will hear the story of Bryan straight up not showing up to hang out with Chris and I at Canner's
because
Deli
I was mad.
and talk about
I was
the
just
live
down the road and I was mad and I was like,
point
I'm
is-
going
Mad
home.
because it was your fault. It was your fault.
Kind of it was.
No, not kind of. Your fault.
I was so mad I had to sit in traffic for an hour and a half, and then I had to go to Cantor's. I didn't want to do that.
It wasn't about the place we're eating. It was about where we're supposed to meet and talk about the fucking live show. You dick.
God, don't call me that, though, you know.
You are, though. I
But
wouldn't
if you
call
put
you that, but...
But if you put the in front of it, it's a disrespectful.
And then
It
you
is,
went
dude.
like this to me. You know what you texted me when I was really mad? You
listen
went,
to that.
tsk, tsk, tsk. What is that?
Watch this.
What are you doing?
Straight up what's happening
Chris,
now.
what are you doing? Chris!
You take it easy, man.
Chris!
I'll talk to you soon.
Where are you go? At least finish the podcast,
No,
man.
he's not.
He's just leaving.
All right, Bryan, calm down. Here's
He fucking just left.
Back
He set
off
his
the mic if you're
alarm.
gonna
And
yell.
he's literally leaving for real.
Okay, let me explain to our audience
Shit,
what's
I feel
going
bad,
on.
Man. Fuck, he's so mad at me.
He set an alarm. As we're recording this, it is 7 p.m. and he set an alarm. He said, I have to leave at 7. He's like, I got to check in on the dogs, I got to eat, and then I got to set. So,
Yeah.
I mean, would I stick around for the last 4 minutes of a podcast episode? Me personally, yes, I would.
Yeah.
Does Chris not go that extra mile? I don't think that's what's in question. What is certain is that he told you he's going to start setting some boundaries with you.
That's fair.
How do you feel about these boundaries?
Well,
that Chris
here's
is
what I
setting with
feel.
you?
I feel like I need to start being on time. And I have a problem with time. And it's a psychological thing. And I need to actually confront it. And today is the day that I will fucking never be late again.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. He just texted me. Do you want to read what does that bottom message say that Chris just sent me?
Bryan ain't shit.
Well, that's good.
That's not cool. I have to text him. What do I text him back?
Text him I showed you. And tell him the episode's going really well without him. So
right.
Bryan, he said Bryan ain't shit.
Hey, man. Will showed me what you said.
And if you think about it, this is actually Chris actually continuing to contribute to this episode. Because now there's a little less than 3 minutes left, and we're talking about how he texted me and said Bryan ain't shit. So in a way, he's still here. You know what else? You know what else I want to talk about right now? Now that Chris is out of the room, now it's just two guys who are both Mad TV alums.
Yeah.
Representing the first 7 seasons of Mad TV.
Right, and you went
in
to
what
that...
I like to refer to as the golden age of comedy, the mid 90s to early Y2Ks. I might be a little. I might be joking a little bit there. Yeah. No, but
how was
Bryan,
that...
you were on Mad TV the first 2 seasons. Yeah. I was on the next 5 seasons because the house was Sasso Bill.
No.
And we had a reunion panel. on the main stage in front of everybody at the LA Convention Center at the Stan Lee Kamikaze.
How was that?
Myself, I can't be. Alex Borstein, Nicole Sullivan, Mike McDonald, Mo Collins, Deborah Wilson, Pat Kilbane, Phil Lamar was there. He wasn't going to make it. Then he made it. Stephanie Weir.
Wow.
So why weren't you there?
Well, I don't know, man. Chris just texted me back. Nah, I'll shit on you. That's outrageous.
So you weren't there. You weren't at that either. And you know what? That was one of the questions. One of our 10-minute podcast listeners was in the. Hey, Brian, eyes off your phone. Hey, Brian,
I'm telling him to apologize.
And one of our listeners was at the. I would imagine several people who listen to the 10-minute podcast were there because they kind of brought it up and hooted and hollered and we appreciate you. But they said, "Where the fuck is Brian?" People were screaming from the audience, "Where the fuck is Brian?"
Really?
Oh yeah. And I told them. I told the main stage at the LA Convention Center, which by the way got a bigger turnout than Stan Lee himself.
Damn. I would have gone,
reunion.
and I don't know if I could.
A lot of those people have not been on the same stage for around
years.
15 years.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it.
It must have been pretty cool, right?
I haven't been on the same stage as Phil. I know him. I mean, we're buddies, and I know him personally. I see him all the time.
It's great.
Yeah. We haven't been on the same stage since 2000.
Was it moving to you?
Yeah, it was nice. I'll tell you what was interesting about it is that we're also, you wouldn't tell by listening to this show, but we've all grown up so much that it was a very nice give and take, and everyone was very complimentary.
Oh, is that right?
And no one really jumped out too hard.
Back in the day, it was just death.
We were so... Yeah, everyone was gnarly back in the day and very competitive and a fun crew, but weird and hardcore. My good buddy Alex Borstein, who's one of my best friends in the world, said "pussy" out loud in front of everybody, and there was a kid there. That was pretty funny.
Oh, that's good.
But she doesn't give a fuck because she's funny as shit. She's funnier than you. Why weren't you there?